Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a review on the Headliners Matheus Cunha. This card is an objectives card which they have released for the Headliners promo. I did this as soon as possible and wanted to get this content out for you guys so you know how he plays and if he is worth putting that small grind in for. We're going to have a look through the player details, his attributes, his traits. We're going to have a look through the requirements on the objectives. We're going to have a look at some of the clips and we're going to have a look at our usual summary at the end. But before we get into all of that, if I could please ask you guys to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to notify, and comment on what your thoughts are of the Headliners promo, if you would have liked someone else to have been in there, and comment down below as well if you would like me to review any other players. Now, let's jump straight into the review. Matheus Cunha, I used him in this team. I switched him between two positions, one being the striker position and the other being the cam position. He of course comes as a centre attacking midfielder, so I wanted to try him in that position as well as a striker. Overall guys, my initial thoughts, he's not either of those. What I've changed him to there positionally as a centre forward, that is exactly what he plays like. And actually this formation, which I flipped to in the last two games that I had the most success with him in that formation, which is 4-3-3 false 9. He is absolutely fantastic in that formation, but more into that when we get into some of the clips. Going into the card, 6 foot in height, high-low work rate, so good for a centre forward. Not great if you're a midfielder. You maybe want a bit of a medium work rate to bring him back a little bit. Right-footed, 4-star swim moves, 4-star weak foot, so very good in terms of his basic stuff there for a striker. 7 games, 11 goals and 2 assists. Especially for a cam, you want more goals, more assists than goals. Sorry, but he scored a lot of goals for me, a lot of really nice finishes as well, and we'll get more into that as we go on. Going into the details, I played a Hunter chem style on him. I wanted to boost his pace and shooting. After all, I was playing him between striker and centre forward towards the end, so I felt that was the most appropriate one for him. If you want to play him as a cam, then I would recommend you put an artist on him or a catalyst to boost his speed and passing. Next, getting into the attributes. He is good all round, to be fair, for a striker slash centre forward. Now, as a cam, he's not great because his passing is pretty low. But actually, guys, when I was using his passing, it was surprisingly good. Like, it didn't feel how it felt, how it looks here in game. It felt a lot better than that. I thought he was really good at passing the ball and distributing the ball and laying off players. And you'll see the couple of assists that he got. They were really good at passes, actually. Decent little passes that, you know, maybe most players should make, but he did make them, and that's the point. The other key thing about this card, guys, is of course all the dribbling stats. His dribbling is really good. This card has a lot of intangible factors around it, which I'll get into more as we go through the clips, but his touch is incredible. That was the #1 thing for me, is that his touch is just unbelievable. To take him away from the defenders or to move in between the lines, it's really, really good. The other weirdly boosted thing about this card is his strength, his ability to hold off strikers. He's so lean and skinny, you don't expect him to be able to do that, but he manages it absolutely fine. So that was another really great positive out of this card, and his strength was really, really good. Finally, getting to the traits, he's got the leadership, flair, long shot taker, and outside of foot shot trait. So a bunch of nice traits for an attacking mid or a centre forward or a striker. You know, you can use all of those. His long shots are decent actually, but his shot power lets him down a little bit. But to be honest, most of the time when you're getting in and around the box, he's finishing most of those chances. Now that we've covered this, let's get into what you need to do objectives-wise to get your hands on him. Alright guys, so getting into the objectives now for Cunha. The first one is raising the heat, score an outside of the box goal in Win the Life friendly Headliners challenge. The second one is scoring assists using Brazilian players in 2 separate wins. Assist a goal with a through ball with a 4-star weak foot in 3 separate wins. Win 4 matches and score in 10 separate matches using Bundesliga players in the Headliners challenge. So none of these really that difficult. The only problem might be is that I don't know how true this is, but apparently there have been limitations put onto the friendlies and the icon swaps games to stop you guys auto quitting after one goal, the one goal rule, and just letting someone have the win. So guys, just beware of that. Check if that is the case. I think it is the case, so you do need to carry on playing these games and play for the wins. It's making the community toxic again. I don't like it personally, but it is what has to be done. Winning 4 games though isn't that bad. Make sure you get you can go and get Freeze Firmino on loan. If you have the João Victor on loan as well, you can use him. Use these Brazilian players to get the through balls and the Brazilian assists first, then focusing on winning the matches after that is a much easier way to go about things as well. The 10 games, just stick in 4 Bundesliga players once you're done, or 5, however you run your attack, into your front few players and just do all the creating with them. It doesn't matter if they're, you know, good or not, as long as you can get goals with them. You just need 1 goal a game and then just let the game play out from there. Now that we've covered what his requirements are in terms of the objectives, let's get into some of the clips that I got with him. So guys, just getting into some of Cunha's clips here, and the first couple here that I'm going to show you are a couple of assists that I got with him. Overall, I didn't think his passing was that much of a letdown. I thought it was actually pretty good. He creates chances well, he moves around well with the ball as well, and that allows you just to create really nice, easy chances. Again, there you see that spin. Now you're going to see a lot more of this as we go into some of the goal clips. Here you can see again a lovely little pass off. He's got a reasonable amount of pace to get away from the defender. This one, a bit unlucky. I feel like that would have gone in 9 times out of 10, and this was the 1 out of 10 time, but we do end up with a goal out of it anyway. Again here, look, good strength to hold off the man, get the ball inside, holds his positioning a little weird there. You can see he plays in the position of a striker, which I found really weird. I wanted him to play as a cam. Again there, good strength, holding off the man, holding off the defenders. The ball arrives at the feet of Bergkamp after his shot, and it ends up as a goal. Now we'll get into some of his finishes as well. You can see here, guys, he just drives through there, holds off 2 guys there, and smashes it with his left foot into that near post. I expected it with his right. You can see there my reactions as well to some of his goals is actually like, wow, this is really impressive. Again, that first touch, and it's something that's so intangible about a FIFA card this year, because you can't quantify what a first touch is. You just have to say, oh, well, that's just how the game plays. But actually, this card has a really, really good first touch, and that makes such a difference when getting through on goal, when approaching opponents, when going towards them. It just means that he gets that little bit of a boost going against them as well. And then when you get into these positions, it's such a simple finish for him because he is that good with the finishing as well. Here again, you can see, gets the ball on his right foot, nice little finesse into the far corner, and it's the first touch every time, and I keep repeating this, as well as his positioning being that of a striker, his first touch is so good. Again, you can see there, touches it a little bit wider than you would expect, and what a finish that is, a left ping straight into the top corner. Here again, holding off the defender, good bit of strength there, turning him again, hold off the other defender, that's Kyle Walker, and another left foot ping into the far corner. In these last few clips, guys, this one is a bit longer. I wanted to show you guys the entirety of how this played out. Again, this one gets blocked here. His positioning again is to pull out a little bit and essentially go straight in. Now, Mbappe is playing striker right now. Look at his positioning there. That is the positioning of a striker, of a centre forward, and that is exactly where I would recommend you play him, guys. He is absolutely great in terms of doing that kind of stuff. This final goal here, the favourite of mine out of all of these clips, a lovely, lovely little dink over the keeper right there. So guys, getting into the Matheus Cunha final summary, the Brazilian cam, or centre forward or striker from Hertha Berlin in the Bundesliga. Brazilian, of course, as I already mentioned. 7 games played, 11 goals scored and 2 assists. In terms of his key stats, agility and finishing I put as the biggest ones, although I should put ball control in there as well because I mention his first touch so often. It is the key thing about this card. They've done something to his first touch, I don't know what it is, but it's really, really good. His strength as well is absolutely fantastic. I put the Hunter Kemp style on him, of course. I felt like that suited him the best in terms of what I wanted him to be able to do. Once I got him into that false 9 formation and used him in that sort of role, I found him absolutely brilliant. He was just creating chances left, right and centre, playing with the wingers well, laying off the midfielders well. He was just doing a really good job of that, despite the fact that his passing is not that high, and it's very, very surprising, guys. So please do bear that in mind. His passing is a lot better than what it seems, or maybe I was just having a good day with him. Who knows? In terms of linkability, guys, you've got some good linkability there. You've got Douglas Costa and Joao Victor as the 2 players that I've picked out there. In terms of similar players, guys, I don't think there is a very similar player to him. So I've gone for a cross between Mason Mount and Kai Havertz in terms of build and playstyle. He's very similar to traits of both, but really there's nobody like him. He's such a weird, different player, and it's fun. It's a nice card to have something different in the game as well, something that isn't necessarily meta but still good to use. Would I recommend doing it, guys? Yeah, of course I would recommend doing it. It's a free card, but other than that, you also get a first owner for icon swap objectives, and you get a fun card to use. You can see there again. The key con for me, another one, was that he felt a little bit slower than you usually would expect for a player of his speed level, but nothing to be too concerned about. Hope you guys did enjoy the review, and if you did, please do smash that like, and until next time, I will see you all in a bit.